Welcome to another edition of the Missouri Fall Camp Dispatch. I'm Tod Palmer, beat writer for the Kansas City Star. We'll start out with some injury news today. We learned that it's a left shoulder sprain for Jamon Moore, the sophomore wide receiver. Expected to be one of the better vertical threats for the team this year. He's day-to-day right now after injuring that shoulder in Monday's practice. Some good news for some other guys. Guys like Ian Simon are back and practicing. Deshaun Blair's got an injured ankle, but he's still going through most of the drills at practice. Freshman wide receiver Jonathan Johnson is going to be out for a while, it looks like. He sprained his ankle in Saturday's scrimmage. He's been having a great camp, and so I think the team hopes that they can get him back sooner rather than later because he's got a chance to contribute this year. But the longer he's out, the less likelihood there is that he's going to be able to make an impact in his true freshman season. So hopefully that ankle will heal up pretty quickly. Otherwise, aside from losing Harold Brantley, Missouri, they've had some nicks here and there, but no catastrophic injuries, no season-ending injuries. So all good news for the most part. I mean, guys are going to get nicked up this time of year, but Missouri's in fairly good shape, especially with their ones and twos. Sadly, we also learned today that the Big Bear era is over at Missouri. Junior defensive tackle Josh Augusta was dubbed Big Bear by Dave Steckel, who, of course, has moved on to Missouri State now. That nickname has been retired. Teammates have taken to calling Josh Augusta Juggernaut because he is an unstoppable force when they go into one-on-one drills. And that's actually an encouraging thing for Missouri, I think, because I believe that Josh Augusta is a key to that defensive line. On the interior, he's the only guy with significant experience. He's played in 28 games the last 2 years. He's in the rotation along with A.J. Logan, Ricky Hatley, and Terry Beckner Jr. Expect to see all those guys play significant time rotating through at nose guard and defensive tackle this year. But Augusta's the guy that, in my mind, has a chance to really be a breakout star for that group and to become a dominant force. And Missouri, I think, needs that on the interior of that line. They need a guy who can eat up blocks. They need a guy who can be a force against the run and maybe even generate a little pass rush to create more one-on-one opportunities on the outside for guys like Marcel Frazier and Walter Brady and Charles Harris at defensive end. Juggernaut needs to get some weight down a little bit. He's at 346 right now, which is down from 355 to 360 where he played last year. But he'd like to get more in the 335 range, which will allow him to be a little bit quicker out there on the field and also allow him to maybe have a little bit better stamina and play more plays in a row and do some of the things that he's struggled to do the last couple years. But I think if Josh Augusta can get things right, he can be a dominant force for this team. We also learned that Donovan Newsome, junior linebacker for this team, there's a good chance that he's going to stay on the field more in nickel situations and stuff like that. He runs a 4.4, and I think that there's a belief that his understanding of the defense and his athletic ability, his ability to cover and run with guys downfield, will be beneficial and will allow Missouri a little bit more versatility, when other teams bring in different personnel packages, with 3-4 wide receivers, that kind of thing. So anyway, that's your camp report today, and keep tuning in here at kansascitystar.com as the training camp rolls along.